ahead and begin laying down on the back here. And our feet can be on the floor, the feet a little bit wider than the hips, knees can drop towards one another. We'll just start here with a little bit of breath work. Feet nice and wide, knees drop towards one another. You can even just kind of like press down into the feet a little bit to feel the frontal hip bones lift up and feel a little bit more length and space come to the low back. And just let the arms relax out to the sides. Walk the shoulders gently in and underneath the chest a little bit. So there is a little lift to the heart space, and then there's a little natural curve or flow of the spine. Let the chin soften down towards the chest gently. Allow the skin of the forehead to soften, so let it release, let it relax. You can even let the eyes close. And as we inhale, tracing the breath in through the tip of the nose, allowing it to float down into the belly, swirling into the lungs, filling the whole body with breath. And as we exhale, long release, feeling the belly drop down, feeling the chest drop down, feel the body soften. Allowing the skin of the forehead to release, to relax. Thinking of the brow space widening, the eyebrows gently shifting away from one another. And then release the jaw, move the lower part of the jaw from side to side a couple of times. Maybe even opening the mouth wide and just letting that space soften and relax. Just checking in with your intention for your practice this morning. We were just here to kind of shake the dust a little bit. Move and breathe to get out of the house, some of us. And so to even out the pace of the breath, counting the inhale and counting the exhale, perhaps for a count of 4 or 5, or maybe a slightly higher number. And give a little pause at the top of the inhale, a little pause at the bottom of the exhale. From here, slowly start to invite in some movement. Reach the arms up and overhead. Start to reach the legs out long in front of you. Nice big full body stretch here. Interlace the fingers above the head. Start to reach the heels of the hands back. So it's like the thumbs are reaching away from you. Pinky edge side of the hand is trying to draw back towards you as you firm the upper arms in. And then reach the heels away. Feel the inner thighs gently turn down. Take a breath in. As we exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Give a little squeeze of the legs towards the body. A little rock from side to side. And then with one hand on each knee, just circle the legs around. Drop the knees away from one another. Circle them. And then back in and up. You can even just let the hands, let the arms do the work, steering the legs around. Circles don't have to be huge. And then circle them in the other direction. And if we're just kind of getting back into our practice after a bit of a hiatus, be really gentle with yourself these first few weeks, few classes back, right? Let's set the feet down onto the floor. Shift the hips over to the right side of the mat. Let the left leg stretch out long. Hug the right knee in towards the chest. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, left hand on the right knee, guided across the body twist. Take a nice big breath in through the nose here. Long exhale. From here, reach the right arm away from you a little bit more. Walk the left shoulder from under the chest. Find a little bit more space across the collarbones. Well, from here, maybe we want to bend the left knee, so the leg that's straight, and maybe reach the right hand down, catch the top of the foot, and then a little press of that thigh back, drawing the heel towards the buttock. Right? But again, not forcing anything, right? It may take a little bit to really kind of get back into your normal practice. Right? Even for me, my quads are extra tight after just doing a little bit more lately. And then slowly unwind, come back to center. Shift the hips over to the left side of the mat. Let the right leg stretch out long. Hug the left knee into the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist. Again, finding that space across the upper back, across the chest. Okay, reach the arm out. You can use the right hand on the left knee, right, to add a little bit of weight. And then from here, maybe you stay here. Maybe you want to invite that right knee to bend and catch the foot. Press back through the thigh. Draw the heel towards the buttock. And breathe here. And then slowly unwind. We'll gently come back to center. Right. Move the hips back towards the middle of the mat. Right. And then take the feet about hips width distance apart here. Maybe a little bit wider and a little bit further away if you know your low back gets a little bit congested. And then spread the toes wide, press the feet down onto the floor. Feel a little bit more weight in the inner arch of the foot. And then as you press down, feel the frontal hip bones lift. Feel the low back lengthen and widen across the floor. And then release all the pressure in the feet. So no pressing down at all. And notice how the pelvis kind of just tilts back to that little natural state where there's a little curve in the low back, right? The belly is soft. And again, press down into the feet. Feel the pelvis tilt. Right, so now it's coming to a posterior tilt where there's a more length in the low back. Low belly is drawing in, frontal hip bones are lifting. And then again, release the feet, let the little natural curve come back. This next time when we press down into the feet, we're gonna either hold on to the sides of the mat or interlace the hands below the spine. So press the feet down, feel that length come to the low back, frontal hip bones lift, and then press the feet down enough that the hips start to lift up off the ground. Again, maybe just holding on to the sides of the mat, right? If we haven't done this for a while, some of us will interlace the fingers below the sacrum and then start to walk the upper arms in, shoulders, in and underneath the chest, right? Big opening across the chest, arms actively pressing down into the floor, right? Inner thighs turning down. Should feel light in the legs and feet, right? Less work in the lower body, more work in the upper body. Breathe here. Right, one more breath. And slowly release the hands. Walk the shoulders from in and underneath the chest. Lower the back of the hips down to the floor. And then just cross the arms over the chest. Just kind of drape them over the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Open up across the back. Take a big breath in. Fill that upper back with air. Long exhale. The shoulders drop back down. Good. Take the arms along the side of the body. Once more, we're going to come into a second round of bridge pose. Setu Bandha Sarvandasana. Spread the toes wide. Press down into the feet. Feel the frontal hip bones lift. Press the feet down. Lift the hips up nice and high. Again, holding on to the sides of the mat or interlace the hands below the sacrum. Walk our shoulders in underneath the chest. Nice and high across the chest. And now start to feel the chest lifting up and then back, like it's moving towards the wall behind you. Right? Big heart space opener. Again, light on the feet. If you find that the knees are trying to move out to the side, firm the outer hips, outer thighs in, inner thighs turn down. One more breath, inhale. Long exhale. And then slowly release the hands. Again, give yourself a little walk of the shoulders from under the chest. Back and hips come to the floor, and then cross the arms over the chest once again. Give yourself a little hug. Take a big breath into the upper back. Long exhale. Good. From here, release the arms. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Right ankle over the left thigh. Take a breath in. And then we're just going to exhale, drop the legs over to the left. So the right toes either follow the foot, whole foot finds the ground here. We're going to take the left hand to the right inner thigh and just give it a little press away. And then from here, reach the right arm up and overhead. Lengthen through that right side body. All right, so we're reaching the right arm back, pressing the right thigh, the right hip away. Think of the breath moving up and down that whole right side, waist, shoulder, the ribs, into the waist, into the hip. One more breath. And then slowly release the arms just out into a T. Allow the palms to face up. And then from here, draw the legs back to center, engage the belly. Keep the right ankle crossed over the left thigh. Heel toe your left foot over to the left side of the mat. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, drop the legs over to the right. So right ankle's just on top of that thigh. If that's not good in your low back, right, or your knees, you can take the right foot down to the floor. And just take a couple rounds of breath here. All right, legs are heavy. And And then release the right foot down. Engage the belly, take the legs back to center. Heel toe the feet back so they're about hips width distance apart. Cross the left ankle this time over the right thigh. So left ankle over right thigh, take a breath in. And then as we exhale, drop the legs over to the right. Okay. Right hand will find now the inner left thigh. And then you're just gonna give it a little push away. This should lengthen through that lower left back, hip. I should feel a lot of things stretching here. Then reach our left arm up and overhead. And then just get taller, get longer. Breathe. Last breath. And from here, engage the belly, release the arms out to the side, take the legs back up to center, and keep that left ankle crossed over, heel toe, right foot over to the right. Breathe in. Use the exhale to drop the legs over to the left. Breathe here. Right, letting it be pretty passive, letting the weight of that left leg just kind of traction that right leg, the right hip. One more breath. And then slowly release the left foot down to the floor. Take the legs back up to center. Make sure the hips are in the middle of the mat from here. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Extend our legs up towards the sky. So maybe holding on to the sides of the mat here, right? Reach the heels up, turn the inner thighs towards the front of the room. Take a breath in. As we exhale, lowering both legs just about a third of the way, engage through the belly. Breathe in. Exhale, lowering the legs just about halfway. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs, hover them just above the floor. You can hold on to the sides of the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly take the legs back up. Okay? We're gonna keep going like this. Again, you can hold on to the sides of the mat, support the hips. You can even take the hands behind the head, right? You've been doing core work through quarantine. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, both legs come down about a third of the way, right? Reach through the heels, engage the belly, breathe in. Exhale, lower the legs just about halfway. Good, reach and breathe. Exhale, lower, hover the legs above the floor, reach, hug the belly, breathe in. Exhale, slowly take the legs back up. Again, breathe in at the top. Exhale, lower the legs about a third of the way. And again, if this is too much, you can just take it a little bit later. They don't have to come down that far. Exhale, legs come down halfway. Exhale, legs come down and hover, reach, take a breath in. Exhale, legs come back up. We're just gonna do 2 more rounds of that. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower, third of the way. Breathe in, reach through the heels. Exhale, legs come down halfway. Good, inhale. Exhale, lower, hover above the floor. Maybe feel our thighs and our hip flexors turning on. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly lower the legs back or bring the legs back up. Good, last round. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Breathe in. Exhale, lower a little bit more. Breathe. Exhale, lower a little bit more. Hover and hold here. Take a big breath in. Good. Exhale, slowly bring the legs back up. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze towards the body. A little rock from side to side. Okay. From here, let's take our right arm up and overhead. We're gonna roll to the right side and make our way right into a child's pose. We'll take the toes together, knees wide. We'll sink the hips back and down towards the heels, and take the arms out long in front of us. The hands about shoulder width distance apart, a little bit wider if you feel your shoulders are a little bit tighter. Just feel the belly spill down between the legs. Let the hands inch back just a teeny tiny little bit. Spread the fingers a little bit wider and then press down into your index finger. Press down into your thumb. And as we press down into that inner part of the hand, start to allow the awareness to move up the arm. Biceps turn up to the sky. Triceps turn down to the floor. And from here, inhale, make our way onto the hands and knees. Sneak the knees underneath the hips, shins press down into the floor. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Inhale, start to lift the tailbone. Lengthen through the sides of the waist, widen across the chest. And as we exhale, curl the tailbone down, round through the low back, round through the upper back, drop the head down. Again, inhale, lift the tailbone, lengthen through the sides of the waist, offer the heart forward. Exhale, curl it down, round it out. Like we're moving our spine in teeny tiny little segments, right? Always starting with the tippy top part of the tailbone. Lift it up, lengthen through the sides of the waist. Spine gets longer as the heart moves forward. Exhale, curl it down, round it. Couple more like that. Moving with the breath, inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to round. Last one, in. Exhale. Find a nice flat back from here. Take a little peek over the right shoulder. You can move the shins over to the right. And then over to the other side. Peek over the left shoulder. And then back to center. Good. From here, slide our right toes back behind us. Curl the toes under, reach through that back heel. And it may feel good to give it a little bounce here. It may feel good to just reach it back and stretch that calf muscle. Those calf muscles rather, right? So probably feeling it in the back of the knee or at the very edge of the heel by our Achilles. And then from here, shift it forward a little bit so our shoulders are back over the wrist. Let's float the right leg up. Now, right inner thigh turns up, belly is nice and strong. If it helps you balance to curl the left toes under, that's totally fine. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest. Good. Inhale, reach it up and back, just to the height of the hip. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest. Last one, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the chest. From here, reach it up and back. And then just let the toes find the floor again. Pivot that right heel down to the ground. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of space with those left hands. So walk the hand forward and out to the left a little bit. Firm the left hip in and take the right hand to the right hip. Right? Draw the belly in, frontal hip bones lift. Now maybe we stay here, right? Maybe our right leg wants to float up, perhaps. Not mandatory, but it is an option if it wants to float up. Strong through our quads here, maybe the right arm floats up, right? Maybe we try to breathe while we do it too. Right? Good. Maybe you want to start to bend the right knee, reach the right hand back, catch the foot. Yes, shoulder blades in, widen across the chest, press down into the left hand, breathe in. Long exhale. Good. Slowly release, open it back up. Good. Hand finds the floor, square the hips back off, right knee down to the ground. Take a round of cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it out. And again, find a nice flat back. I'm going to turn myself around. And then we're going to slide the left toes back behind us, curl our toes under, reach through that left heel. Maybe you give it a little bounce back and forth. And then slide it forward, shoulders over the wrists. Right, maybe curl the back toes under if you need help balancing, and we're going to float the left leg up to the height of the hip. Draw the belly in. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Round it up. Good. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, last one. Inhale, up and back, pause. And then drop those left toes down to the floor. Pivot the heel down to the ground. Give yourself some space with this right hand. Right, a little bit forward, a little bit out to the side. Firm the right hip in, left hand to the hip. Good. Frontal hip bones lift, engage through the belly. Press down through the right hand. Find a little spot to focus on, right? Give it all of your attention, help you balance. And then perhaps our left leg wants to float up, okay? Good. If this is working for you, perhaps the left arm floats up to the sky. So modified Ardha Chandrasana here, okay? Breathe in. Long exhale. Maybe we bend that top knee, reach the left hand back, catch the foot, strong through the right arm, shoulder blades press in, opening across the chest, breathe. And then slowly with control, release. Good, left hand down to the floor, square the hips up, knee to the earth, inhale, heart forward. Exhale. It's like riding a bike, right? It's all just coming back. Let's take a child's pose from here. Take your knees together for this one. Take the arms by the sides, palms face up. Give your wrists a little bit of a release, a little bit of a break. So if your practice has slowed down a bit through quarantine, the first thing that's probably going to be tight and annoying in your body as you dive back into it will be our wrists and our hamstrings, for most of us, right? These are not the problem spots, but the parts that'll just be a little bit tender as we ease back into it. One more breath. Big breath in through the nose. Big breath out. Good. From here, take the hands forward, walk the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders in our tabletop pose. Again, pressing down into the knuckle of the index and thumb. This will help your wrist discomfort should that show up for you. Curl our little toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right, pedal the heels, bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Good work. Come high onto the balls of the feet. Give a generous bend to the knees and lift the hips up higher as you press the ground away. Then inner thighs turn back. And from here, inhale, rock the chest forward into a plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, down dog. From here, just take the left hand back, tap the toes on the right foot. Take the left hand forward. Take the right hand across, just give a little tap to the ankle or toes on the left foot. Right hand forward, rock the chest forward into our plank. Exhale, down dog. Again, little tap across, left hand across the body to the toes or ankle. Good, over to the other side, right hand across to the ankle or toe. Right hand to the floor, down dog into plank. Good, exhale, hips up and back. Last one like that. Take the left hand across the body. This time, maybe you can find the calf and start to turn the chest under. Good. Left hand forward, and then right hand under and across the body. A little turn under the chest. Good. Back to center. Let's rock the chest forward, plank pose. Drop our knees to the floor, uncurl the toes, press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Rock the chest forward, bend the elbows to the back of the room, lower all the way down to the mat. Good, pick the right leg up, reach it back and set it down. Same with the left, pick it up, reach it back, set it down. Slide the hands down by the low ribs. Right? So if we take a look back, wrists are underneath the elbows. Firm our upper arms and roll the shoulders down the back. Inhale to lift the chest. So it doesn't have to come up super high, right? This is a strengthening back bend, Bhujangasana. Press down into the tops of the feet. Trying to get all 10 toes to press down. Inner thighs turn up. Breathe here. One more. Exhale, release it down. Fingertips to the outside of the mat onto the floor. Elbows are lifting. My favorite little back warm up. Press down into the feet. Hug the outer ankles and inner thighs up. So protecting our low back here. And then from here, shoulder blades firm and press into the fingers. Lift the chest a little bit higher. Exhale, lower. Just moving with your breath, right? Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Let's do 3 more like that with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Right, keep turning the inner thighs up, pressing into the tops of the feet. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes under, hands by the low ribs. Just press yourself up through our tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Right, this is like our home base. We can always come back to down dog. We can always come back to child's pose. I always feel like down dog is like a little reset for my practice. Need to reset a lot through the practice. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, take a little walk forward. Right. Inhale. Fingertips can come to the shins or on the floor. Lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana, heart forward. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. 2 more like that. Inhale, heart forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press the feet down, sweep the arms out, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. A little bit wider than hips with distance, kind of like to our outside hips. Take the hands to the chest. We're gonna move through a couple of half sun salutes. Maybe close the eyes and just focus on the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in. Uttanasana with the legs a little bit wider, drop it down, maybe bend the knees. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the sides of the waist, heart forward. Maybe finding cobra here a little bit, right? Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, press the feet down, reach the arms out and up, get tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Eyes can stay closed. Place one hand over the chest, the other hand over that. Breathe in. Long exhale. Again, sweep the arms out, and the only thought is of the breath. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, strong, press down into the feet, root down to rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Rest the hands on the chest, take a breath here. One more round like that. Inhale, Ardha Namaskar. Exhale, fold, half sun salute, draw the chest down, crown of the head down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart. One hand over the chest, the other hand over that, take a breath in. Long exhale, soften the shoulders down. Bend arms by the sides. Step the feet a little bit closer together so we can have frontal hip bones distance or feet all the way together, toes together, heels apart. Sun salutation A, inhale. Reach it out and up, grow tall. Exhale, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. So we can take the knees down to the floor. If you want, you can keep the knees up off the floor, engage through the belly. Rock the chest forward, think thighs up, belly in as we lower just to the elbows. Inhale over the toes, press down into the tops of the feet. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog, widen across the chest. As we exhale from the low belly, lift the hips up and back, press the ground away. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Spread the fingers wide, press into the mat, turn the upper inner arm. We lift the hips up higher off the back. We get more length in the spine. Finding that slightly deeper neutral or internal rotation of the thighs, inner thighs, turn back, heels down. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Press the feet down. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Grow tall. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, lengthen. From here, keep that length in the spine. Shift the weight into the right foot. Step the left foot back. High runner's lunge. Fingertips can remain on the floor. Right knee over the right ankle. Draw the right side back in towards that hip. Firm the hip in. So we have a nice neat angle with this front leg, right? Inner left thigh turns up. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. Get a little bit longer. And from here, keep the left hand on the floor. Reach the right arm towards the front of the room away from you. So get even longer. Reach the right arm forward. Reach the left heel back. Then from here, open the right arm up. Find the twist. Right? Left ribs shift towards the right ribs. Keep that nice deep bend in the left knee. Firm this right hip in. Good. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Take a nice big breath in here. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Drop the left knee down to the earth. Get a little bit longer. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift it back. Hips over the left knee. We can keep these back toes curled under. Reach the right leg forward, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, get long. Firm the right hip in. Exhale, fold. It doesn't have to be a huge fold, right? We're not trying to get the head down towards the knee or shin. We're trying to feel a nice big stretch in these hammies here. 3 more breaths. Where can I soften? Inhale, start to shift it forward. Press into the back toes, lift the left leg up. Plant our hands. We can step it back to plank or down dog. You can vinyasa or just hold down dog from here, right? Whatever your body needs today. Inhale, lift both heels. Right. Bend the knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up, breathe in, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, press the feet down, reach the arms out. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, half lift, get long. From here, we're going to shift the weight into the left foot, step the right leg back. So nice high lunge here, right, or left knee, sorry, over the left ankle. Firm the left hip in, inner right thigh turns up. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. From here, keep the right hand on the floor. Reach the left arm to the front of the room, get longer. So as we reach the left arm forward, reach the right heel back. Then from here, press into the right hand, open the chest up towards the left. Good. Right ribs move towards the left ribs. Strong through the back leg, breathe here. Good, one more. Slowly let that left hand find the floor. Drop the right knee down to the earth. Get a little bit taller, lengthen. And then exhale, shift it back, Ardha Hanumanasana. So hips shift over this right knee. Reach the left heel forward, straight through the left leg. Inhale, get long. Exhale. Maybe just a little bit of a fold. Breathe here. 5 breaths. The trick is really just breathing. Remembering how to breathe normally, right? It's been interrupted lately. Two more. Inhale, forward, plant the hands, press the right thigh up. Again, you may vinyasa, hold a plank, hold a down dog, whatever works for you here. Inhale, lift the heels and the knees. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, tree pose from here. Find something to focus on that isn't moving, right? So anything to keep your awareness to help you balance. Stick the hands to the hips. Toes together, heels a little sliver of space apart, or you can give yourself a little bit more room. Yeah, let's bend the right knee. Externally rotate the right leg. So knee opens out to the side. Run the ball of this right foot here. And then zip the low belly in and up. Firm this left outer hip in. Foot can come to the lower leg or above the knee to the upper inner thigh. Good. Breathe. Now firm the thigh into the foot. Firm the foot back into the thigh so the legs are really strong here. Maybe the hands come to the heart. Good. Soften the breath. Soften the thoughts. Some days we have more balance than others. If you want to challenge your balance, right, maybe close the eyes. It's not usually a popular option, but one more breath. Take the arms down by the sides with the palms face forward. Take the right knee to the front of the room. Extend the leg, hold here for 3, 2, 1, release. Give that standing leg a teeny tiny little shake. Okay. Second side, hands to the hips. Find your little spot to focus on, right? Give it all your attention, your drishti to help you balance. Bend the left knee. Externally rotate the leg. Open the knee out to the side. Now firm this outer right hip in, right? Zip the low belly in and up. Because we want all this stuff to be stable. And then the foot can come to the lower leg. The foot can come to the inner leg. Maybe. I had to learn as an online teacher not to look at myself while I do it, or I would fall over in front of everybody. Maybe the hands come to the heart. Maybe there's another arm variation that's calling to you. Head strong. Press the thigh into the foot, foot into the thigh. Soft through the gaze, jaw. One more breath. Find our arms down by the sides. Take this left knee forward, extend the leg, hold here for 3, 2, 1, release. Good, give the little belly a little shake. Okay, again, take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms out. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in, hang the upper body down, give a generous bend to your knees, bend and hold on to the forearm. And just let the head hang down. And just release the back. Maybe give a little sway from side to side. From here, let's take the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, or you can hold on to something. And start to move the interlace of the hands up to the sky. Again, a little bit wider through the feet, a bit deeper bend in the knee, and hang the head down. Couple breaths. Release the arms, let the hands slide down. Inhale, heart forward. From here, you can step it back, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, float the right leg up to the height of the hip. Maybe a teensy bit higher, keep the hips square. Reach that right heel back, right? Inner left thigh back, thigh presses back, breathe in. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, shoulders over the wrist, squeeze it in. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over the wrist, squeeze it in. Inhale, up and back, we missed this, right? Exhale, right knee into the chest, squeeze it in with control. Step the right foot between the hands. Right foot a little bit closer to the right thumb. Keep the back heel lifted. Find a little bend in this back knee. Firm the right hip in. Anchor through that back foot. Use your core. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. So this little bend back here, right, is going to help us lift the frontal hip bones up, lengthen through the low back, and we can start to get strong through the back leg. Reach. Perhaps the gaze is slightly lifted. Again, finding something to focus on that isn't moving. Breathe here. Right, inner thighs draw towards one another. A little bit stronger, a little bit longer here. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands find the floor. Again, left hand to the ground. Right arm up to the sky, find the twist. Maybe we stay here, right? Some of you may want to take it into Vashisthasana, or we can take the knee down and step the foot back into a modified Vashisthasana, right? So just like we were at the beginning, maybe the bottom foot finds its way, maybe flexing the feet. Good, nice and strong, breathe in. Good, exhale, right hand down, vinyasa or down dog. Down dog doesn't sound so bad. Good, good, good. Take a breath. Long exhale. Alrighty, use our inhale. Float the left leg up to the height of the hip. Maybe a teensy bit higher, but keep the hips nice and square, right? Reach back through that left heel, right thigh back. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest, shoulders over the wrist. Squeeze it in. Good, inhale, up and back reach. Exhale, knee to the chest. With the breath, right? No rush. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to the chest. Look between the hands. Step the left foot forward. Give it some help with it. Knee. Good. Feet are heel to heel. Little bend in that back right knee. Firm the left hip in. Then from here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge, right? And again, this little bend in the back knee helps you lift the low belly up, lengthen through the low back, so we aren't all dumping into the lumbar spine, right? And from here, we can fire up the back leg. Maybe the gaze head. Right? Feel that length in the spine coming from the upper back, shoulders, scapula, lifting the arms. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let the right hand find the ground. Left arm is going to reach up. Find the twist. Maybe you stay here, right? Maybe you find your way into Vashisthasana. Maybe this bottom knee stays on the floor. Right, whatever you need here. Okay, one more breath. Good work, breathe in. Exhale, hand to the floor. Vinyasa or down dog. And then let's take a child's pose from here. Knees can be together or apart. Arms maybe want to come alongside the body with the palms face up. Three more breaths. Last one. Arms out long. Get onto the hands and knees. Curl the toes under, hips up. Walk the hands back towards the feet. And then heel toe your feet so they're at least hips width distance apart here. So a little frontal hip bones distance. Inhale, half lift. From here, we're going to interlace or loop around our index, middle finger, and thumb. So peace fingers and our thumb around the big toe. And we're going to exhale and fold into Padangusthasana. So our elbows will bend out to the sides. Crown of the head drops down. You can bend your knees as much as you need here, right? You need to bend them a whole lot. That's fine. Better that we bend the knees and get a nice long spine, deep fold in the hips, than rounding the back and jamming the knees back, right? Couple more breaths. Inhale, half lift. From here, we're gonna take the top of the hand down to the floor and you're gonna step your foot onto the hand. So the toes are walking up the kind of the crease of the wrist here. And again, you can bend the knees as much as you need. Okay. Breathe here. One more breath. And then slowly release your hands. Heel toe the feet out a little bit wider. So again, a little bit wider than the hips. Coming into Malasana squat pose from here. So you may want to turn your toes out even. And then we're going to drop the hips down. Yes. All right, hands to the chest. With the eyes closed. Right? Feel the thighs pressing into the arms and then actively press back with the upper outer arms. Okay, belly is strong, chest is lifting. 5 breaths here. Should feel active, right? 4 more. Last one. Slowly release the hands down to the floor. We're gonna make our way onto the ground. And then let's take the soles of the feet together, knees apart rather, Baddha Konasana. Creating a little diamond shape with the legs, right? So maybe giving yourself a little bit of space. We're gonna inhale. And as we exhale, hinging at the hips, fold. Let's take the yin version here. We can turn the palms up. You can round the back and just drop the head down. Right. Let our eyes close. Soft breath. Right, where can I soften here? For a lot of us, we try to pull ourselves down into this one. Right, can we just kind of let it unravel? Right, no matter where you're at. Slowly start to press ourselves back up. Let's make our way onto the back, laying all the way down. When we get there, we'll hug the knees into the chest. Not so bad. Let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take the hands to the tops of the thighs. Give them a little press away first. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hug the left thigh in towards the chest. Interlace the hands behind the leg. Give a little flex to the feet. Some of you may want to hold behind the thigh. Some of you may want to hold around the shin. Whatever you want here. Let's do 5 breaths here. Right, offering the prana, the breath, openness into the right hip. And slowly release the hands. Unwind the legs. Take the right foot to the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, hug the right leg towards the chest. Interlace the hands behind the right thigh. And breathe. Last breath. And then slowly release the right foot down. Just give a little press away of the thighs with the hand. Good. Uncross the legs. Draw both knees into the chest. Take the arms into a T. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, use the breath to drop both legs over to the left. And we'll slowly, mindfully bring the legs back to center. And then drop the legs all the way over to the right. And then gently come back to center. Let's take a happy baby pose from here. You can hold the backs of the thighs, the lower legs, or wrap your fingertips around the outer edges of the feet. Draw the thighs down to the outer ribs, and then create a little bit of resistance by reaching the heels up. And you can rock from side to side. That feels good. Maybe you want to extend one leg, maybe both legs. Supta Upavishta Konasana. And then let's hug the knees into the chest. Squeeze it into your little ball. And then release. Final resting pose of Shavasana. All right, there's something else that's calling you. Another posture. You're welcome to take it. We can just kind of settle in here. Deepen the flow of your breath. Roll wiggle to your fingers and toes. As we inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. As we exhale, gently hug the knees in towards the chest. And take the right arm up and overhead. Gently roll to your right side. And take a moment here. Here, slowly, mindfully press yourself up into a comfortable seated position, allowing the hands to come and rest at the heart space, Anjali Mudra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay. So nice to have people in here. Nina, you slept through your round.
A little dog has a big snore.
That's my favorite song in the world is a dog snoring. It's like, it's just, oh, you're so peaceful.
I have a cat that snores. He's a stray. I think somebody might have hit him in the nose or something before he came
He's
in.
got a little, hi guys, we have our online people. Hello.
Hi, well,
Hi, online people. Good job, guys.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh, you're welcome.
thanks for easing us.
Yeah. Good work today, guys. See you soon.
Have a good day, guys.
No, patience.
Yeah.